Hey there, chicken enthusiasts and future breeders. Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of the Rhode Island Red, one of the most popular and versatile chicken breeds on the planet. But did you know not all Rhode Island Reds are created equal? In fact, there are 3 main varieties, each with unique characteristics and specialized uses. Have you ever wondered why some Rhode Island Reds lay an incredible number of eggs, while others boast such stunning feather colors they look like works of art, or why certain lines handle cold weather like champions? Is it really important to know these differences before you decide to raise this magnificent breed? The answer is a resounding yes, and in this video, we'll reveal every detail. We'll explore the production-focused variety, which is a true egg-laying machine, the standard Rhode Island Red, prized for its deep mahogany color and its balance of egg and meat production, and the Rosecomb Rhode Island Red, perfectly suited for cold climates thanks to a unique adaptation. If you're passionate about poultry and want to learn how to choose the perfect chicken for your needs, you won't want to miss a second of this video. If you enjoy the content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a big thumbs up. The Rhode Island Red chicken breed traces its roots back to Rhode Island, USA in the late 19th century. Its development was driven by the need for a hardy, adaptable, and, most importantly, productive bird capable of meeting both meat and egg demands. Indeed, over the years, dedicated breeders meticulously crossed various breeds, including the Malay, Java, and Leghorn, to consolidate the desired traits. This careful genetic selection resulted in a robust bird with remarkable disease resistance and excellent adaptability to diverse climates. From its inception, the primary goal was to create a dual-purpose chicken, efficient in egg production and possessing good meat conformation. Moreover, this original vision laid the groundwork for the breed's global popularity and distribution, leading to the Rhode Island Red quickly gaining recognition and establishing itself as one of the world's most important poultry breeds. Its versatility and productive attributes made it the preferred choice for family farms and large-scale commercial operations, and its legacy continues today, remaining one of the most recognized and valued breeds in modern poultry farming. In this video, we'll focus on 3 distinct varieties of the Rhode Island Red, each with particular characteristics that make them unique and suitable for different purposes. Although they all share the breed's genetic foundation, selective breeding over time has accentuated certain traits, leading to specializations important for any breeder. Thus, the varieties we'll explore are the egg production Rhode Island Red, often a lighter mahogany color, known for its impressive laying performance. Next, we'll analyze the deep mahogany-colored Rhode Island Red, which more closely resembles the exhibition standard and is valued for both its rich coloration and good production. Finally, we'll detail the Rosecomb Rhode Island Red, a variant notable for its comb shape, a crucial adaptation for cold climates. Ultimately, understanding the differences among these 3 variants allows us to appreciate the diversity within a single breed and how artificial selection has molded their attributes to meet specific needs, whether it's maximizing egg production, enhancing the bird's beauty, or improving its resilience to adverse environmental conditions. To begin, the egg production Rhode Island Red, commonly featuring a lighter mahogany color, stands out with an appearance optimized for efficiency. Its plumage tends to be a paler shade of reddish-brown, sometimes described as fawn mahogany or even reddish-orange, which visually differentiates it from its darker exhibition-bred counterparts. Physically, these are typically medium-sized birds, with a robust yet not overly heavy build, allowing them to channel much of their energy into laying. A distinguishing feature of these birds is their single comb, which is moderately sized, and their well-developed wattles, both a vibrant red. Their eyes are lively and reddish-brown, reflecting their vitality. Often, the luster of their plumage might not be as intense or uniform as that of birds bred for show, as the priority in their development has been functionality over a pure aesthetic color standard. In summary, the production Rhode Island Red embodies poultry efficiency. Its appearance, from its plumage color to its physical constitution, is designed for maximum egg-laying performance. These are practical birds, with a functional beauty that appeals to breeders who prioritize consistent productivity and resilience in their flock. And speaking of performance, one of the main appeals of the egg production Rhode Island Red is its astonishing laying capacity, which can reach an average of 280 eggs per year. This figure places it among the world's most prolific breeds, making it a preferred choice for those looking to maximize fresh egg production on their farms. Their laying cycle is consistent, and they are known to continue laying even during colder months, albeit with a slight decrease. Precisely, this high rate of egg production is no accident. It's the result of decades of genetic selection focused exclusively on this trait. Breeders have prioritized prolificacy, selecting birds that not only lay in large quantities but also start laying at an early age and maintain their performance for an extended period. This minimizes unproductive time and maximizes return on investment for the poultry farmer. Therefore, this variety of Rhode Island Red is truly an egg machine. The consistency and volume of its production are unmatched within the breed and rival even the most specialized laying hens on the market. For any operation relying on a constant and abundant supply of eggs, this chicken is undoubtedly one of the best options available. Continuing, laying efficiency is the defining characteristic of the production Rhode Island Red, light mahogany. Every aspect of its genetics and physiology has been fine-tuned to optimize the conversion of feed into eggs. This means they not only lay many eggs but do so cost-effectively, making them economically viable for farms of any size. This efficiency translates into an excellent feed conversion rate, meaning they require a relatively low amount of feed to produce a large number of eggs. These are birds with an active metabolism and an innate ability to maintain a high production pace. This particularity is crucial for the profitability of any poultry project, as feed costs represent a significant portion of operating expenses. Furthermore, their hardiness and vigor contribute to this efficiency, as they spend less time sick or dealing with health issues that could interrupt their laying cycle. They are robust birds that recover quickly and maintain a steady flow of production. In short, the production Rhode Island Red is the epitome of an efficient layer, designed to deliver maximum output with minimal effort. On the other hand, the standard Rhode Island Red, often the deep mahogany color that borders on black, is a true aesthetic gem in the poultry world. Its plumage displays a deep, lustrous, and uniform mahogany red, with a distinctive greenish or dark purple sheen on the tail and primary wing feathers, especially in roosters. This dark, saturated color is the result of careful genetic selection focused on adhering to the breed's exhibition standard. Visually, these birds are stunning. The contrast between the dark red body and the iridescent black of the tail creates a striking silhouette. Their single comb is a vibrant red, as are their wattles and earlobes, providing a vivid splash of color against the dark plumage background. Color uniformity is a key point, with no odd-colored feathers or markings that break the intensity of the mahogany. Ultimately, this variety represents the perfection of the Rhode Island Red breed standard, as it was originally conceived for exhibitions and competitions. Not only are they functional birds, but they are also a visual spectacle, highly valued for their undeniable beauty and fidelity to the characteristics that define the breed in its purest and most aesthetically ideal form. But it's not all about looks, because although the deep mahogany Rhode Island Red is often bred with an eye towards exhibition and preserving the standard, it doesn't completely sacrifice its laying ability. These birds are still very respectable layers, with an average production ranging from 200 to 240 eggs per year. While this figure is slightly lower than that of the production variety, it's still excellent performance for a chicken also valued for its appearance. Thus, their ability to produce a considerable number of eggs, combined with their aesthetic appeal, makes them an excellent choice for family farms or small producers seeking multi-purpose birds. They not only provide a constant supply of fresh eggs, but also add a touch of beauty and distinction to the coop, which can be an important factor for those who also enjoy raising birds as a hobby or for exhibition. In essence, this variety offers an enviable balance between form and function. You don't have to choose between a beautiful hen and a productive hen. The deep mahogany Rhode Island Red offers you the best of both worlds, being a reliable layer while maintaining the physical attributes that make it a classic and admirable representative of the breed. So the aesthetic appeal of the deep mahogany Rhode Island Red is undeniable, and is the primary reason for its popularity in poultry exhibitions. The deep, lustrous color of its plumage, which approaches an almost black tone in certain lights and in the tail feathers, is the hallmark of this variety. Judges' ad shows value the uniformity and saturation of this color, as well as the metallic sheen observed on the secondary and tail feathers of roosters. Beyond color, the physical conformation of these birds also closely follows the breed's standard of perfection. Their carriage is proud and majestic, with a strong, muscular body that denotes vigor and health. The shape of their single comb, the color of their eyes, and the arrangement of their feathers are all elements rigorously evaluated in competitions, where every detail contributes to the final score. Because of all this, for exhibition breeders, the deep mahogany Rhode Island Red is a rewarding challenge. The goal is to breed birds that not only meet, but exceed breed standards, presenting in a specimen that combines beautiful plumage, perfect form, and a calm temperament. Their success in exhibitions has cemented their status as one of the most admired and recognized breeds in the ornamental poultry world. Now shifting to our third variety, the Rosecomb Rhode Island Red is distinguished from its counterparts primarily by the shape of its comb, which is low, broad, and compact, with small bumps that give it a rough texture. Unlike the tall, single comb common in other Rhode Island Red varieties, the Rosecomb sits close to the bird's head, ending in a small spike that extends backward. Beyond the comb, this variety's plumage generally follows the characteristic reddish tones of the breed, though intensity can vary. They may exhibit colors ranging from a brilliant mahogany to darker shades, similar to the standard variety. However, it is the comb that immediately identifies and sets it apart, making it a key distinguishing feature for both identification and functional purpose. In summary, the rest of its physical characteristics, such as body size, eye color, and wattles, are consistent with the Rhode Island Red in general. Nonetheless, the uniqueness of its comb not only gives it a particular look, but also confers significant advantages, as we'll see next, especially in adapting to cold climates. Regarding egg production, the Rosecomb Rhode Island Red remains a very solid layer, capable of producing between 200 and 240 eggs per year. This range places it in a similar position to the deep mahogany Rhode Island Red in terms of productivity, offering a good number of eggs without being as hyper-prolific as the specialized production variety. Therefore, this capacity makes it an excellent choice for those seeking a dual-purpose hen that is not only hardy and adaptable to cold climates but also contributes significantly to the egg basket. The eggs are large, with brown shells, a desirable characteristic in the market and for family consumption. In essence, the combination of its resistance to low temperatures and its consistent egg production makes it particularly valuable for farmers in regions where winter temperatures are a challenge. You don't have to sacrifice productivity for adaptability. This variety proves that you can have both qualities in one package. What's more, the Rosecomb is not just an aesthetic feature on the Rosecomb Rhode Island Red, but a crucial adaptation that gives it vital importance for its survival in cold climates. Large, single combs are very susceptible to frostbite because they have a large exposed surface area and abundant blood flow. In sub-zero temperatures, the tissue of these combs can be severely damaged, causing pain, infection, and, in extreme cases, necrosis. However, the Rosecomb, being low, compact, and close to the head, presents a much smaller surface area exposed to freezing air. This drastically reduces the risk of frostbite. The comb's low height means there's less vulnerable tissue that can be affected by low temperatures, providing natural protection against harsh weather. In conclusion, for breeders living in severe winter regions, choosing a Rosecomb chicken is a smart and humane decision. It ensures the bird's well-being and maintains their productive capacity, as a hen with a frostbitten comb will experience stress and a decrease in laying. Therefore, this characteristic is not a luxury, but a necessity for poultry farming in cold climates. To fully understand how the Rosecomb prevents frostbite, it's crucial to look at its anatomy. Unlike the single comb, which is a vertical, tall blade of fleshy tissue, the Rosecomb is a more compact and broader mass of fleshy tissue that sits flatter on top of the bird's head. Its low height and greater contact surface with the hen's warm skull minimize exposure to the cold. Furthermore, the rough texture and small bumps of the Rosecomb do not accumulate moisture as easily as a large, smooth comb, which is another factor contributing to frostbite. Cold wind doesn't have large vertical surfaces to impact and rapidly cool the tissue, which helps maintain a more stable temperature in this part of the bird's body. In essence, the Rosecomb is an evolutionary and breeding solution that reduces the bird's cold footprint. By minimizing the comb's exposed surface area to the environment and having a more robust configuration, heat loss is reduced, and sensitive tissue is protected, allowing the hen to maintain its well-being and production even in the most challenging winter conditions. When comparing the comb shape and size among the three Rhode Island Red varieties, the differences are immediately evident and functional. The production Rhode Island Red, light mahogany, and the standard Rhode Island Red, deep mahogany, typically feature a single comb, which is a vertical, relatively tall, and serrated blade of fleshy tissue. This vibrant red comb is prominent and contributes to the classic, robust look of these birds. Its size can vary, generally being larger in roosters and more moderate in hens. In contrast, the Rosecomb Rhode Island Red exhibits a completely different comb. As we've already mentioned, it's a low, broad, and relatively flat comb on the bird's head, with a rough surface and a small spike that projects backward. This distinctive shape is its most notable trait and its primary adaptive advantage. The Rosecomb's size is considerably shorter in height than the single comb, although it may have a broader base. Thus, these differences in the comb are not merely aesthetic, they have a direct impact on the bird's adaptability to different climates. While the single comb can be an indicator of vigor and an exhibition characteristic, the Rosecomb is a natural shield against the cold, demonstrating how morphology can be shaped by environmental pressures and genetic selection for specific functions. While both are Rhode Island Reds and share the basic reddish color, there are subtle but distinct differences in plumage between the light mahogany production and deep mahogany. The production variety, not being rigorously selected for color, tends to have a duller reddish tone, sometimes more orange or fawn. The luster and uniformity of the color can vary, and it's common to find feathers with slight variations in shade or less sheen. On the other hand, the deep mahogany variety, bred under exhibition standards, boasts a deep, vibrant mahogany red. This color is uniform throughout the bird's body, with a noticeable metallic sheen, especially in roosters. Tail feathers and primary flight feathers often show an iridescent green or purple hue, adding depth and richness to the overall color. The intensity and saturation of the color are paramount in this variety. In essence, these differences are a clear example of how genetic selection for a specific purpose molds appearance. While the light mahogany prioritizes functionality over plumage aesthetics, the deep mahogany seeks visual perfection within breed standards, resulting in a more saturated and brilliant color that is highly valued in the exhibition circuit. In general, Rhode Island Reds are known for having an active, alert, and relatively docile temperament, making them suitable for family farms and coops. They are curious and energetic birds that enjoy foraging and exploring their surroundings. However, there are subtle differences in temperament and behavior that can be observed among the varieties, influenced in part by the breeding goals of each line. For example, the production Rhode Island Red, light mahogany, being selected for prolificacy, tends to be very active and food-driven, which contributes to its efficiency. They might be a bit more nervous or energetic than exhibition varieties, simply due to their high metabolism and the energy they invest in laying. They are not usually aggressive, but their dynamism is notable. In contrast, the standard Rhode Island Red, deep mahogany, often bred for exhibition, may have a slightly calmer and more docile temperament. Exhibition breeders often select birds that are easy to handle and display good behavior in the coop or cage. This doesn't mean they are lethargic birds, but their activity level might be slightly more measured compared to high production lines. Finally, the Rosecomb Rhode Island Red tends to share the breed's general temperament, being hardy and adaptable. Any difference in this variety is usually more related to its physical adaptability to cold than to a distinct temperamental trait. One of the greatest strengths of the Rhode Island Red breed in general is its outstanding adaptability to a wide range of different environments. Originating from a climate with cold winters and warm summers, these chickens were developed to be hardy and versatile, making them suitable for almost any region of the world. Their robustness makes them a reliable option for breeders in diverse climatic conditions. Thus, they tolerate both heat and cold well, although they will always benefit from provided shade and fresh water in summer, and adequate, draft-free shelter in winter. Furthermore, their medium size and strong constitution allow them to thrive in free-range systems, where they can forage and supplement their diet, as well as in confinement systems, provided they are given adequate space and enrichment. In summary, this versatility has greatly contributed to their global popularity. Whether you are in a temperate, cold, or warm climate, the Rhode Island Red is a breed that adapts well to conditions, proving its worth as a resilient and reliable chicken, capable of thriving and producing consistently almost anywhere. When discussing the size and weight of adult hens across the different Rhode Island Red varieties, there are some distinctions worth noting, although they all fall within a general range that classifies them as medium to large birds. These considerations are important for both co-op space management and performance expectations. On one hand, the production Rhode Island Reds, light mahogany, tend to be slightly lighter and more slender than their exhibition counterparts. This is because their metabolism is more focused on egg production than on developing large muscle mass or an imposing size. Hens typically weigh around 5.5 to 6.6 pounds, 2.5 to 3 kilograms, while roosters can reach 7.7 to 8.8 pounds, 3.5 to 4 kilograms, which contributes to their agility and constant activity. On the other hand, the standard Rhode Island Red, deep mahogany, being selected for its physical conformation according to breed standards, tends to be more robust and heavier. Hens can weigh between 6.6 and 7.7 pounds, 3 and 3.5 kilograms, and roosters can exceed 9.9 pounds, 4.5 kilograms, sometimes approaching 11 pounds, 5 kilogram. This greater mass contributes to their imposing presence in shows. It's important to note that the Rosecomb Rhode Island Red generally shares the weight and size characteristics of the standard variety, as its primary difference lies in the comb rather than the overall body structure. Each Rhode Island Red variety has its main uses, which helps breeders choose the one that best suits their goals. This differentiation is key to understanding why certain lines have been developed specifically. The production Rhode Island Red, light mahogany, is, above all, a specialized laying hen. Its primary and almost exclusive use is the production of a high volume of eggs. They are the ideal choice for commercial egg operations, family farms that prioritize the egg basket, or any breeder looking to maximize the number of fresh eggs they get from their flock. While they can be used for meat, their efficiency lies in laying. In contrast, the standard Rhode Island Red, deep mahogany, is an excellent dual-purpose chicken. This means they are valued both for their good egg production, 200 to 240 per year, and their meat conformation, offering good size and weight for consumption. Additionally, due to their strict adherence to breed standards and their attractive color, they are very popular for exhibition and for breeders looking to preserve the purity of the line. Finally, the Rosecomb Rhode Island Red is also a dual-purpose chicken, similar in productivity and size to the standard variety. Its primary use focuses on cold climate regions, where its comb characteristic is a decisive advantage. For those who need a hardy, productive, and cold-resistant chicken, this is the choice. To continue, understanding the advantages and disadvantages of each type of Rhode Island Red is fundamental for breeders to make an informed decision based on their specific needs and conditions. The production Rhode Island Red, light mahogany, has as its main advantage its exceptional egg-laying performance, offering the highest annual quantity. Its disadvantage might be that its plumage isn't as striking or uniform as that of exhibition birds, making it less appealing for those seeking birds with high aesthetic value or for breeding-to-breed standards. Its high production lifespan might also be slightly shorter than other varieties. In contrast, the standard Rhode Island Red, deep mahogany, has the advantage of being an excellent dual-purpose chicken, combining good egg production with good meat conformation, and its impressive beauty makes it ideal for exhibitions. Its disadvantage is that its egg production, while good, doesn't reach the volume of the pure production variety, and if you live in a very cold climate, its single comb is vulnerable to frostbite. Finally, the Rosecomb Rhode Island Red shines with its primary advantage: its extreme cold resistance thanks to its comb, making it ideal for harsh winters, in addition to being a good dual-purpose layer. Its disadvantage might be that it's not as prolific as the production variety, and its comb appearance might not be to everyone's liking, especially if the breeder is looking for the classic single comb. In conclusion, choosing the right Rhode Island Red variety should be directly based on the breeder's specific needs and goals. There isn't a single best variety, but rather the most suitable one for each particular situation. If your primary goal is maximum fresh egg production, regardless of aesthetic appeal or extreme cold resistance, then the production Rhode Island Red, light mahogany, is, without a doubt, your best option. Its high laying rate and efficiency make it the champion of productivity. However, if you're looking for a versatile, dual-purpose chicken that offers a good number of eggs and good meat conformation, and you also care about beauty and the possibility of participating in exhibitions, then the standard Rhode Island Red, deep mahogany, is the perfect choice. But if you live in a region with harsh winters and need a chicken that not only lays well but also withstands the cold without frostbite issues on its comb, the Rosecomb Rhode Island Red will be your most reliable ally. Ultimately, the key is to assess your priorities. Is it the number of eggs, beauty, cold resistance, or a combination of these? Once your needs are clear, you can select the Rhode Island Red variety that best suits your farm and delivers the desired results. And so, we've reached the end of this in-depth analysis of the 3 magnificent Rhode Island Red varieties. We hope this information has been incredibly valuable to you and helps you make the best decision for your chickens and your farm. Remember, the right choice makes all the difference in your bird's well-being and your project's productivity. If you enjoyed this content and learned something new, we invite you to become part of our growing community. It's super easy. Just subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming poultry videos, and give us a big thumbs up if you liked what you saw. Your comments and questions are always welcome, so feel free to leave them below. For your success, fellow breeder, until next time.